this is working. I am walking in the cemetery, which is right next to my house. And I just thought I would come on here and do more channeled messages, depending on what comes through. Who knows? This is a reminder that in order to reach points of elevation, in order to reach points of goals, bliss, intention, joy, you need to be grounded. You need to find space and be able to create inner space within you to let go and surrender and clear your mind and clear your energy and clear your fields around you so that you can reach those points. Because if you have a cluttered space, if you have a cluttered mind, if you have things that are building up and you feel like there's no room for you to experience things, think, act on situations, act on behaviors, help people, give from your cup, then it's meaning that there's something that's convoluted, something that's toxic, something that's kind of been created, or it's as if like you can have a messy room that's internal, a messy room inside your body. And so through practicing emotional clearing and practicing how to become energetically clear of said emotions, said toxins, said items in your messy room, then you can become clear and act on your creativity and act on the behaviors, situations, goals, intentions that you have that you would like to fulfill. And it doesn't necessarily matter what they are either. It doesn't necessarily matter if you have them clear in your mind or if you don't, or if you're acting on intuition and those goals are not clear. But essentially, if you can support yourself by cleaning internally, then you'll be able to fulfill the timeline and fulfill the role that you would like to play in this life. I'm trying to do this by avoiding people. I'm such like a shy filmer. But maybe this is a test for me, testing my boundaries and how good I am at speaking and channeling at the time of being around others. But yeah, I think something that has been coming through really recently and something that's just been coming up is this role of boundaries. And I've been seeing other people talk about this as well. And it's funny how when there's a collective lesson that's being learned at one time or a season, or there's like something within the hive mind, it's like we're all learning it together. And it's nice that we're all speaking about it together because it gives confirmation that we are all in this together and that although we are our own individualistic people and we have our own goals and inhibitions, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's also a reminder that we are all one and there is a oneness between all of us, and that when we want to experience one thing and when we want to experience one lesson, we can do that collectively. But what I was talking about is this element of boundaries and this element of boundary setting and this knowing that we don't need to give our power away and that we don't need to do things for others all of the time, or we don't need to take control of situations or make power moves for ourselves, because realistically, if we were just to let go and surrender of the experiences that we're having and knowing that the universe is guiding us and the universe is teaching us exactly what we need to know at that time, we'll know that when things go wrong or when something feels like we're pushing against something that doesn't want to happen, then we know that we shouldn't be pushing anyway, and we should know that we can just let go of that push. And so I guess within that, what I was talking about within these boundaries is that if something feels like it's not working and something doesn't feel good for you and something doesn't feel good within your body, that is an indicator that you should be saying no, or that you should be speaking up for yourself and voicing your opinion when you feel like that opinion needs to come through. So yeah, I mean, that's something that I feel like I've been working on, and I've had like this really deep throat chakra like disconnection, I would say. Like when there are times where I need to speak up at work or at different situations or within social dynamics. I sometimes choose not to, and it's hard to differentiate between when the time is right and when the time isn't. But knowing that everything that we do in this life and every choice that we make matters has made me and impacted me in a way that has made me want to speak up at those times, even if I'm about to say the wrong thing. I think one thing that we need to realize is that when we let the universe guide us, when we jump into the timeline that our higher self wants us to be in, it means letting go of control and knowing that when there is an urge to do something, that is usually the time where you should run with that urge. Now, there seems to be a difference between impulsive urges and urges that are within true highest alignment to ourselves, and I'm still working out the differentiation between the two. I feel like, where was I going? There was a stream of thought that was just coming through. Maybe if I keep talking, it will come. But there's something here to do with just allowing things to come through and being the messenger. Yes, this was it. So sometimes there's situations where you feel like you need to speak up, but you know that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings, or you know that this isn't necessarily you. It feels like something that needs to come through you or something that needs to be said at that time. This is usually one of those moments where someone needs to hear something, and the lesson isn't for you anymore, the lesson is for them, which is wild. I find it so crazy. And it's like you know in your heart that you need to be saying something specific to a person, like, but you don't know why. There's no reason behind it sometimes. There's just anything, and you're just like blabbering on, and you're like, I don't know where this is coming from, but it's needing to be said right now. And so usually in those situations, that's a lesson for somebody else, and that's a reminder that in order for you to be free flowing and free streaming and not fighting against the universe and what it needs, allow that to come, and don't like hurt yourself after that's been done, and don't blame yourself as well, because the blame is never on you. The blame is never on the messenger. You are just there to experience and generate and be, essentially. So yeah, I guess this is just a message and a reminder of just being here, being on this planet, knowing that you're divinely guided, knowing that everything that you do here and every choice that you make does have impact. But if you stay true to your soul and stay true to the kindness that's within you and the kindness that's within your heart, like, you can't go wrong. Like, if anything, when you're going wrong, you're going right, and when you're going right, you're going wrong. So there's no, like, it doesn't, it all matters and it all doesn't matter at the same time. It's like this duality of the both. And so I find that this lesson of letting go, this lesson of letting go of the mind's need for control, this need for power, this need for needing to be seen or needing to do the best or needing to strive and push and get to the highest point, it's not necessary. Like, it, the more you push for your own power, the more you push for, okay, wait. So you can push for power, but when you reach the point of power, you'll realize that you'll be in toxicity. Reaching for inner power is different than reaching for power that's with that on the outside of you. Reach for power within, not without. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. um, yeah, I think there's a big message here of like, what's true is going on personal journeys, going on personal inner work journeys, releasing emotions, exploring your inner world, because the more that you explore your inner world, the more your outer world will change. And so the more that you seek externally, trying to reach for things and reach out and go like, I need this or I need that, it's not going to find the true you. That can be within like impulse shopping, that can be within the food that you eat, eating too much sugar, that can be within different addictions, the people that you hang around, the things that you read, what you consume, all of these things. This is all like reaching energy. This is all outward energy. And the more that we do that, the more that we convolute ourselves and convolute our energy fields and change and morph to what we're surrounded by. Makes total sense. But to get to your core, to get to your essence, and to really release anything and be in your true alignment and in your true essence and in your truest soul blueprint, it's to reach inside yourself. It's to go internally. It's to do the opposite of what you'd think. It's not to seek the course. It's not to reach out to that person. It's not to cry about it to your mom. I mean, which is nice. But it's more about going internally, reaching under that scary rug and reaching into that shadow, reaching into the self and going, what do I need to see here? Asking your heart, asking nature, spending time with your feet in the soil, spending time holding your heart space. You can activate yourself by looking deeper within and just sitting with yourself and knowing it's almost like a reset point. It's like a checkpoint in your life is when you can sit with yourself and understand what your body's wisdom is asking of you, because there will be things that it says and guidance that it gives, and there could be guidance of different like entities or like shadows, or we could call them ghosts or something, and there will be just essentially little voices that tell you what you could do next, or what would be in your highest alignment, or what would be a good wise decision, because our answers and our ways of not getting lost are not things to be seeking externally, although the external game is fun. It can be fun, it can be fun, but there seems to be another balance here between the inner work, having a great deal of inner work be done so that when you do reach externally and when you do have those points of external reaching, it is aligned. It's like, oh, it's so weird. It's like when you get a bow and arrow and you start pulling back. Oh, this is cool one. Okay. You start pulling back, and this is the drawing your energy inwards. This is drawing it in, you're recharging your soul, you're recharging everything that you need, and then you're aiming. And then you're aiming for a point of true alignment. And you don't know where that point is yet, but the more inner work that you do, the more you'll be able to aim and get it right. And then all of a sudden you aim and you wait and then you shoot. And when you shoot, you get into a point and you get into that external energy that is so pure, true, and aligned to what you need and what you would like in this lifetime, that it will feel energetically right. You will feel like you are in water that is just liquid bliss, because you've not only waited, listened, watched, and learned from your inner space, but you've also done it from a point of patience. You will get a deeper sense of reward because you've put more effort internally to get the external reward. I hope that makes sense, because that's a really like interesting way that that's come through, and I just feel like it's so pivotal in our growth, and so pivotal in our emotional growth and in our life journeys and our timelines that we want to be on. It's like putting true effort in, not just looking at what someone else is doing and going, oh, I'll do that too. It's about putting so much of that good energy and good work into anything that you do with pure intention, with pure light, with pure soul. And it genuinely means that whatever goal, project, or life, or relationship, or connection, or friendships that you want to generate, by putting the love and care, and there must be more words that I'm thinking of, like just this, it's like the good ingredients. You're getting the high quality ingredients for your recipe. The more you put that in, the more bliss, the more joy, the more quality of life you'll get back from it. And so yeah, this is your Easter reminder that there's inner work to be done, You're not far. But just put the love and care into the things that you do every day, and you'll fly. Yeah, that was all. I hope you have a lovely day and that you enjoyed this message, and I hope you get onto your highest timeline. See you there, hopefully.